Your soulmate just dropped on their family, they said, ending my ties with. My beloved child, don't skip, stay till the end, because something huge is waiting. Your soulmate just dropped a decision on their family that nobody saw coming. It was not a casual conversation, and it was not something they decided overnight. For a long time, they had been carrying words they were afraid to say aloud, but something finally changed. They looked at the people closest to them and made it clear that they could no longer keep living according to everyone else's expectations. And then came the sentence that changed the entire atmosphere. I'm ending my ties with everything that keeps pulling me away from the person my heart has chosen. Don't skip, because that statement was only the beginning. What happened immediately afterward revealed something your soulmate had been keeping inside for much longer than anyone realized. Their family expected them to reconsider, but instead, your soulmate became even more certain. They were no longer asking for permission to follow their heart. They were making a choice, and somehow, that choice keeps leading directly back to you. But here is where this becomes almost impossible to ignore. Your soulmate did not simply defend their feelings, they revealed why those feelings never disappeared. They admitted that distance had not erased the connection. Silence had not erased it. Other people's opinions had not erased it. Every attempt to move forward while pretending you meant nothing only made one truth louder inside them. Some connections cannot be replaced just because circumstances become complicated. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. There is another part of this conversation that their family was never expecting to hear. Your soulmate finally spoke about the moment they realized losing you completely would hurt more than disappointing people who never understood what this connection meant. That realization changed their priorities. Suddenly, the future they had been trying to build for everyone else felt empty compared with the future their heart kept imagining. And the most surprising part? They may have been preparing for this decision quietly while you assumed nothing was happening at all. Now listen closely, because the next revelation changes the meaning of everything that came before it. Your soulmate's decision was not only about walking away from old expectations, it was about finally making room for something they believe deserves a real chance. Don't skip. The hesitation that once controlled them is beginning to lose its power, and the words they were once too afraid to say are getting closer to the surface. They know that choosing you may require courage. They know there may be difficult conversations ahead. But something inside them has reached a point where pretending feels harder than being truthful. And there is one final thing they have not revealed yet. What they intend to do after making this decision. Because ending those old ties was not the destination. It was preparation. Preparation for a move that could completely change the direction of this connection. And when you discover what they are preparing to say next, you will understand why everything had to happen exactly this way. Something shifted the moment your soulmate finally said those words, and what followed was even more surprising than the decision itself. Their family believed this was temporary emotion, something that would disappear once the moment passed, but your soulmate knew differently. They had already spent too much time questioning what their heart kept returning to. Don't skip. Because the truth they revealed next changed the entire conversation. They explained that whenever they imagined their future honestly, one person kept appearing in it, you. Not because anyone forced that thought into their mind, but because every road they mentally traveled somehow brought them back to the same connection. They remembered conversations, unfinished moments, things they wished they had said differently, and the strange feeling that your story together never truly reached its final page. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate is beginning to understand that the connection they tried hardest to silence may actually be the one they were supposed to understand. Then came a revelation nobody in that room expected. Your soulmate admitted that their biggest struggle was never deciding whether they felt something for you. Deep inside, they already knew. Their real struggle was finding the courage to stop allowing outside expectations to make decisions for their heart. And now that barrier is cracking. Don't skip, because this is where everything becomes deeper. They have started thinking about what would happen if they stopped waiting for the perfect moment and finally became completely honest with you. What would they say first? Would you still listen? Could something unfinished become something unforgettable? These questions have been following them quietly, but one thought keeps becoming stronger. They do not want to spend another chapter wondering what might have happened if they had simply chosen courage. Something huge is waiting for you, because this family conversation may have been the first visible sign that your soulmate is preparing to stop hiding what they truly want. And now the story reaches the detail that changes everything. After standing their ground, your soulmate did not feel the regret everyone expected. Instead, they felt something they had not experienced in a long time: clarity. Suddenly, they could see why certain delays happened, why certain moments never felt complete, and why thoughts of you kept returning when they least expected them. Stay till the end, because their next step could be far more personal than anyone realizes. They are no longer only thinking about breaking away from expectations, they are thinking about rebuilding something they once feared they had lost. Don't skip. There is still one thing they have not said to you, and it may be the biggest truth they have carried through this entire journey. Your soulmate has imagined the moment when there are no relatives, no outside voices, and no pressure standing between you, just one honest conversation. And what they are preparing to reveal in that conversation could completely change how you understand their silence, their distance, and every unfinished moment between you. What happened next was the moment your soulmate realized there was no comfortable way back to the life they had been pretending to accept. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you, and this is where the real reason behind their decision begins to surface. After that family conversation ended, they were left alone with one thought they could no longer push away: if I keep choosing everyone else's expectations, I may lose the one connection I never stopped caring about. That realization hit differently. Suddenly, memories of you were not just memories anymore. They became reminders of everything left unfinished, the words never spoken, the feelings hidden behind silence, and the future that was never given a fair chance. Their family thought they were ending certain ties because they wanted independence, but there was another layer nobody understood. Your soulmate was clearing emotional space because they had finally recognized what mattered most. And the shocking part is that this realization may have been building quietly for much longer than you could imagine. Now everything becomes more intense, because your soulmate has started replaying one specific question: what if I waited too long? Stay till the end. That question is changing them. They are beginning to understand that there is a difference between having feelings and actually doing something meaningful about them. Don't skip, because their next realization could change the entire direction of this story. They know they cannot simply appear and expect everything to become perfect. They know trust, honesty, and consistency matter. But instead of making them retreat, that understanding is making their intentions clearer. They are thinking about approaching you differently, without confusing signals, without hiding behind circumstances, and without allowing other voices to speak louder than their own heart. Something huge is waiting for you, because the person who once hesitated may now be preparing to say the exact thing they once believed they would never have the courage to admit. And there is one final detail that makes this bigger than anyone around them realizes. Your soulmate is no longer asking themselves whether this connection mattered. They are asking what they are willing to do because it mattered. Don't skip. That difference changes everything. Their silence has been turning into determination, their uncertainty into clarity, and their old fear of disappointing others into a deeper fear of abandoning what feels genuinely important. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. There is still a truth they have kept completely private, something they did not even reveal during that intense family conversation. It concerns the exact moment they knew their feelings for you had never truly disappeared. And when that hidden moment finally comes to light, you may understand why your soulmate was willing to make such a massive decision in the first place, because behind everything they just walked away from is one possibility they are no longer willing to lose. Here is the twist nobody around your soulmate was prepared for. The moment they finally admitted to themselves that you were still important was not during the family conversation, it happened before it. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. There was a quiet moment when they imagined never getting another opportunity to tell you what they truly felt, and suddenly everything they had been avoiding became painfully clear. They realized silence could eventually become permanent distance, and that possibility changed something inside them. All those excuses that once sounded reasonable suddenly felt small compared with one enormous question: what if this person walks completely out of my life while I am still pretending I don't care? That was the turning point. From then on, the conversation with their family was no longer about whether they should follow their heart. It became about whether they were finally brave enough to protect the future they actually wanted. Stay till the end, because the biggest revelation has still not surfaced. Your soulmate has been thinking beyond the past now. They are imagining what could happen if the two of you finally had one completely honest conversation with nothing hidden between the lines. But something even more unexpected happened after they made their position clear. Instead of feeling confused, your soulmate began remembering the smallest details about you, the way certain conversations felt different, the moments that stayed in their mind longer than they should have, and the things they never properly explained before distance entered the story. Don't skip. Those memories are forcing them to confront a truth they cannot easily dismiss anymore. What they felt was never as temporary as they tried to convince themselves it was. And now they are asking a completely different question. Not, how do I forget this, but, how do I make this right? Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They know returning with empty words would mean nothing. If they step forward, they want their actions to finally match what their heart has been telling them. That means honesty where there was once hesitation, consistency where there was once uncertainty, and clarity where silence created unanswered questions. They are not imagining another half-finished chapter. They are imagining the possibility of finally discovering what this connection could become when nobody else is controlling the direction. And now comes the part your soulmate has kept hidden from everyone. Don't skip, because this changes the meaning of their entire decision. Deep down, they are not only hoping you still remember them, they are wondering whether you ever felt that same unfinished pull too. They have imagined approaching you, looking directly at everything that happened, and finally saying the words they once swallowed. But there is one sentence they keep returning to, one truth powerful enough to explain why they were willing to challenge old expectations and change the direction of their life. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate is reaching the point where losing the possibility of you feels heavier than facing the uncertainty of trying again. And that is why what comes next could be the biggest move yet. Because after everything they just confronted, there is only one person left they need to face with complete honesty, you. And when that moment arrives, the first thing they want to reveal could completely rewrite everything you thought their silence meant. Now the silence has reached the point where your soulmate can no longer hide behind it, because the truth they have been carrying is becoming stronger than every reason they once used to stay away. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. After confronting their family and refusing to let old expectations decide their future, they were left with one final question: what happens now? And the answer keeps leading back to you. They know that changing their circumstances means nothing if they still refuse to speak honestly about the connection that pushed them toward this realization. That is why they have been mentally rehearsing a conversation with you, imagining your reaction, wondering what you might ask, and thinking about how they could possibly explain everything that happened behind the scenes. But there is one sentence they cannot get out of their mind: I should have chosen honesty sooner. Stay till the end, because what they want to tell you goes far beyond missing you. They want you to understand why they disappeared into silence when their heart was actually pulling them closer. Something extraordinary happens when a person finally stops running from the truth they already know. Your soulmate is beginning to see the past differently. The distance, the hesitation, the pressure, the unfinished conversations, none of it erased what remained underneath. Don't skip. The biggest surprise is that they are not dreaming about returning to exactly what existed before. They want something different. Something clearer, stronger, and built without the interference that once created confusion. They understand that words alone cannot repair an unfinished story, so they have started thinking about what they would need to prove through their actions. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They want you to see that their decision was not an impulsive moment. It was the result of finally understanding that constantly sacrificing what matters to satisfy everyone else eventually leaves a person living someone else's life. And once they understood that, your soulmate knew there was one connection they could no longer pretend was insignificant. But the biggest revelation is still ahead, because there is something your soulmate has never admitted, not to their family, not to the people around them, and possibly not even fully to themselves until now. Don't skip. There was a specific moment when they pictured you moving forward without them, becoming completely unreachable emotionally, and closing this chapter forever. Instead of bringing relief, that thought revealed exactly how deeply unfinished this connection still felt to them. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. That was when they understood the real reason they had finally stood against the expectations surrounding them. They did not want fear making another irreversible decision for them. Now their attention has shifted from what they are leaving behind to what they might finally move toward. And there is one move they have been considering that could change everything, a moment of complete honesty where nothing important remains hidden. Because the next chapter is no longer about what your soulmate told their family. It is about what they are preparing to tell you. This is where everything your soulmate has been holding inside finally reaches the edge, because after everything they changed, sacrificed, and confronted, there is nowhere left for the truth to hide. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate has realized that speaking to their family was only the first door they needed to open. The real moment is still ahead, the moment they finally speak directly to you. They have replayed that conversation in their mind more times than anyone could imagine. They have wondered whether you would listen, whether you would believe them, and whether too much time has passed. But one realization keeps overpowering every doubt: staying silent guarantees that nothing changes. And that is exactly what they no longer want. They are tired of allowing hesitation to write the ending of a story their heart still considers unfinished. Stay till the end, because what they are preparing to reveal is not simply an explanation. It is the truth behind why they finally told their family, "I cannot keep giving up what matters to me just to keep everyone comfortable." That sentence changed everything, because for the first time, your soulmate chose their own truth instead of the version of life others expected them to accept. Then something happened inside them that nobody else could see. The moment they stopped fighting their own feelings, the confusion began disappearing. Don't skip. Suddenly, they understood why thoughts of you kept returning during quiet moments, why certain memories still carried so much meaning, and why imagining a permanent ending never felt completely right. They are no longer asking themselves whether they should forget you. They are asking whether there is still time to finally show you the side of themselves that fear kept hidden. Something huge is waiting for you, because this is where their intention becomes completely different. They do not want to return with dramatic promises or beautiful words that disappear tomorrow. They want to return with clarity. They want their actions to say, "I am no longer allowing other people to make this choice for me." Stay till the end, because your soulmate has also realized something surprising about you. Your absence taught them what your presence once gave them. Some people become easier to forget with distance, but certain connections become clearer when the noise disappears. And for your soulmate, the silence did not erase you. It exposed what they had been trying not to admit. But now comes the revelation that could completely change the meaning of this entire story. Don't skip, because your soulmate did not end those old ties simply to escape something. They did it because they finally wanted the freedom to choose what comes next. And somewhere inside that future, they keep seeing the possibility of you. Not an imaginary perfect story, but one honest opportunity to discover whether what remained unfinished can finally be understood. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate knows the next move cannot be controlled by their family, their past, or their fear anymore. It has to come from them. And the sentence they have been preparing may be simpler than anyone expects, yet powerful enough to change everything. "I finally understand what I was afraid to lose." If that conversation happens, they know your answer belongs completely to you. But for the first time, they are prepared to stop hiding from theirs. Because after walking away from everything that kept pulling them backward, your soulmate has one final truth left to face. And this time, that truth is standing directly between their heart and you. But the moment your soulmate thought they had finally understood everything, one last realization changed the entire meaning of their decision. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. They suddenly understood that choosing their own heart was never just about walking away from family expectations, it was about becoming the person they should have been when this connection first mattered most. For so long, they believed there would always be more time. More time to explain. More time to become certain. More time to return to the conversation they left unfinished. But now they understand something powerful: meaningful connections cannot be placed on hold forever while fear decides the timing. And that realization has created an urgency inside them unlike anything before. They are no longer wondering whether they should speak. They are wondering how soon they can finally tell you the truth without hiding behind another excuse. Stay till the end, because what they discovered about their own feelings surprised even them. The more they removed other people's expectations from the picture, the clearer one thing became: you were never the confusion. The confusion came from everything surrounding the connection. And this is where their thoughts became intensely personal. Don't skip. Your soulmate started imagining one simple moment, standing in front of you with no audience, no outside opinions, and nothing left to protect except the truth. In that imagined moment, they do not want to justify every mistake or pretend the past never happened. They want to acknowledge it. They want to tell you that there were moments when they should have been clearer, moments when they allowed uncertainty to speak for them, and moments when silence created an answer they never actually meant to give. Something huge is waiting for you, because they finally understand that if they want another chance to be heard, they must arrive differently than before. No confusing signals. No disappearing behind circumstances. No expecting you to read feelings they were too hesitant to express. Stay till the end. Your soulmate is realizing that real courage is not making a dramatic decision in front of everyone else. Real courage is looking at the person who matters and becoming completely honest even when you cannot control what happens afterward. And now everything leads toward one final turning point. Don't skip, because this is the part that could rewrite the entire story. Your soulmate has made peace with one truth: they cannot demand your heart, predict your response, or erase the time that has already passed. But they can finally give you something they should have given you from the beginning: clarity. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Their family heard the decision, but you may be the person who eventually hears the reason behind it. Your soulmate is preparing to reveal that ending those old ties was never about rejecting everyone around them. It was about ending the pattern of abandoning their own choices whenever someone else disagreed. And now, with that pattern finally breaking, one question remains inside them: could there still be a chapter for the two of you that neither distance nor hesitation managed to erase? They do not know your answer yet. But they finally know theirs. And the next move they are considering is the one they once feared most: letting you hear it directly from them. Tonight, the truth reaches a place your soulmate can no longer ignore, because after everything they admitted to their family, they discovered one final secret inside their own heart. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They thought the hardest part would be standing against expectations, but they were wrong. The hardest part is realizing that freedom means nothing unless they finally use it to become honest about you. Your soulmate keeps returning to one unforgettable thought: what if the connection I was afraid to choose becomes the connection I regret losing? And suddenly, every delay feels different. Every unfinished conversation carries more meaning. Every memory they tried to place in the past seems to be pointing toward the same unanswered question. They are no longer searching for permission. They are searching for the courage to approach you without hiding anything. And here is what nobody around them knows: the decision they dropped on their family may have been made because they finally understood that keeping everyone else satisfied was slowly costing them the future they actually wanted. Now something even bigger is happening. Your soulmate has begun separating fantasy from intention, and that changes everything. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. They know they cannot simply return and expect you to forget every unanswered question. They know your feelings and your choices belong to you. That is exactly why their next move matters so much. They want to give you clarity without demanding anything in return. They want to explain what happened when nobody could see the pressure they were carrying, why they hesitated when they wanted to move closer, and why they finally reached a point where they could no longer allow outside voices to decide something this personal. Stay till the end. There is one confession they keep mentally repeating, and it is stronger than anything they told their family. I kept trying to convince myself that walking away would make everything easier, but losing this connection never felt like peace. That realization is why their energy has changed. They are no longer trying to erase the story. They are preparing to finally understand what the story could become. And now comes the revelation everything has been building toward. Don't skip. Your soulmate understands that ending those ties was not the biggest decision. The biggest decision is what they choose after them. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They have reached a point where the future matters more than protecting an old image of themselves, and there is one thing they want before another chapter passes: one completely honest conversation with you. No guessing. No hidden meaning. No letting silence speak on their behalf. They want you to know what was real, what frightened them, what changed, and why your connection remained in their thoughts even when they tried to move beyond it. But there is still one final piece they have not revealed, and it could be the most surprising of all. Your soulmate has already imagined the exact first words they would say if that conversation finally happened. Those words are not about the family they stood against. They are not about the past they are leaving behind. They are about you, and once those words are finally spoken, this entire story could suddenly make sense. Suddenly, everything becomes clear, because the first words your soulmate has been imagining are not complicated at all. They are the words they wish they had given you much earlier: I should have been honest with you. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. That sentence carries everything they could not explain before. The hesitation, the distance, the outside expectations, and the moments when they allowed silence to create an ending their heart never fully accepted. Your soulmate has realized that telling their family they were ending their ties with the expectations controlling their choices was only the beginning. The real transformation is learning to stop hiding from what they genuinely feel. And here is the surprising part: they are no longer preparing a perfect speech. They are preparing the truth. They want to tell you that there were moments when they almost reached out, moments when your memory appeared unexpectedly, and moments when they wondered whether you had already closed the door completely. But every time they imagined never speaking to you again, one feeling remained: this story still had something important left unsaid. Beyond that realization is something even more powerful. Don't skip, because your soulmate has started understanding why they needed to make that shocking family decision before approaching you. They did not want to come toward you while still allowing everyone else to pull them backward. They knew that if they ever stood before you again, they needed to know whether their choices were truly their own. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Now they are beginning to understand that choosing you does not mean controlling your answer. It means finally having enough courage to give you the truth and allowing you to decide what happens next. That maturity changes everything. Your soulmate is not thinking only about what they want to receive from you anymore. They are thinking about what they need to bring: clarity, consistency, patience, and the willingness to acknowledge where they once fell short. And there is one question they keep imagining you asking: why now? They know that question deserves more than an emotional answer. Their answer is becoming clearer every day, because they finally realize that waiting for fear to disappear completely could mean waiting until the opportunity itself disappeared. Then comes the detail nobody in their family knows. Don't skip. Your soulmate has privately imagined two futures. In one, they remain silent, continue forward, and spend years wondering what one honest conversation might have changed. In the other, they finally approach you, tell you everything clearly, and accept whatever truth comes afterward. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. For the first time, the second future feels less frightening than the first. That is the real shift. They would rather face an uncertain answer than keep living with an unanswered question. And this is why the next move could be unlike anything you have seen from them before. They are preparing to stop speaking about you only inside their own thoughts and finally bring those feelings into the open. But there is one last revelation still hidden beneath everything. Before they make that move, your soulmate wants to answer one question for themselves, a question powerful enough to determine whether they simply speak once or step forward with an entirely different level of intention. And when that answer becomes clear, their next decision may be the biggest one yet.